Oh man, it is so freaking hot out. Hey, what's up, y'all? Alex here in the east end of Toronto in the charming Beaches neighborhood. And yeah, I'm back here on Queen Street. Yesterday I was on Queen Street West in the Parkdale neighborhood. Now we're here in the wonderful Beaches area. Although probably a lot of people would call this neighborhood the beach, but I think it's really the improper way. It's literally the beaches. And that's because there are literally 4 beaches around here. Scarborough Beach, Balmy Beach, Woodbine Beach, and I think one other that's its name is probably escaping me. But I thought we'd go back near the water on a scorching hot day. I think it's the hottest it's been this week. I mean, sure, yesterday and Monday was, oh man, it was just, oh, it was a sweltering hot. But today is probably even worse because right now it's 26 degrees Celsius, feeling more like 30. So summer has pretty much arrived here in the city. You see everyone wearing shorts like I am. Now, I last visited here back in the winter, and that was a complete opposite. It was on a freezing cold day. And I walked from, was it Coxwell? All the way up to like Glen Manor. But there's more of the beaches to be seen, especially all the way up to Victoria Park Avenue, where Old Toronto meets Scarborough. And then, of course, the end of the 501 Queen streetcar. In fact, right after I did my walking video on Roncesvalles, I went into St. Joseph's Hospital. Well, I did a little bit of exploring. I filmed like 2 vintage elevators. And then I hopped on the 501, took it all the way to Yonge and Adelaide. I hung around for a little bit, checked out what's left of the bay, didn't make a video, but yep, store's officially closed. The path level is accessible though, but you know, the retail space is just all fenced off. And then while I was walking Adelaide Street, just east of Victoria, someone comes up to me, calls my name, and it's a viewer of my channel, and also he's a regular in other chats as well. Pine Sol, if you're watching this, it's nice meeting you, man. I mean, again, as I said, I was telling him, I seen him on Johnny's chat, Ken, Henry, you know, the usual guys that, you know, we talk about. The Beaches has some very nice apartments. We are gonna go by the water at the end, but also there's these cute mom and pop shops right around here. But yeah, and then half an hour later, I was on the subway. I was on line 2 at St. George Station. A guy younger than me, another fan, recognizes me. So 2 viewers recognized me within half an hour apart. So I think that's pretty crazy. There's a special lady here. I'm probably, you know something, I have like over 3,600 subscribers. My videos get enough popularity. I don't know why the transit videos somehow are not getting the likes or views it needs, but I guess you could say I'm freaking famous. Well, I mean that's what my friends would always call me, but everybody else in Toronto is famous, right? I talked about Johnny, Ken, and the usual people I talk about. And this is Glen Manor Road. And I've been into that home hardware store before. I think it was only fitting to come down here to the beaches just because, you know, it's a summer-like day. We're near the water. And since I wasn't able to go near the water on Monday, look at that big dog. Since I wasn't able to go near the water on Monday, today is just the perfect day. Because we're going to be going by the R.C. Harris treatment plant. And then, of course, you got the lake. And hopefully we'll get a little bit of a cool breeze. I have a bottle of water with me, though it's not very cold, but it's all right. But I think after this, maybe if there's a Timmy's in the area, I got myself a cold brew on Monday. This time I'm probably going to get like a nice coffee like I always do. And I think a viewer / subscriber and YouTuber by the name of Boom Productions lives around here. Or does he live near Kingston? I might be wrong. Boom, if you're watching this, let me know. But either way, I know you're very familiar with this area. So I think it'd be interesting if I if I run into you here. So I definitely would not be surprised. Tomorrow, I don't know what I'm doing. It's gonna be raining. It's gonna be raining for half a day. Friday, I'm gonna go to the Dundas West Fest, or that's not what it's called anymore. Do West Fest. I don't really like that name, which is happening in the little Portugal neighborhood. I can't remember if I went there last year, but it's pretty easy for me to get to. All I gotta do is just take the 63 down. But I might meet up with Alicia a little bit earlier, so of course I'm doing it. I'm going on Friday night because I'm gonna be out of town on Saturday. So here's Balsam Avenue. Again, I've walked around the residential neighborhood before. Beautiful around here. I saw a lady eating ice cream right behind me. And that is true because I am craving ice cream once again. Well, I mean, yesterday I had it, but I got like McCain chocolate cake, which I'll probably have. And for all you hockey fans out there like myself, well, tonight's the rematch of the Stanley Cup Finals between the defending champs Florida Panthers, who, as you guys know, eliminated this team from the playoffs in round 2 against Canada's last hope, the Edmonton Oilers, and their superstar, the world's greatest player, and from the Toronto area, Connor McDavid, whom I admire very, very much. Anybody that hails from the Toronto area and plays for the first team, I have my respect to you. You know, remember when the Oilers erased a freaking deficit, a huge hole that is. They came back from 3-0, only to fall extremely short in Game 7. That was one of the most incredible Stanley Cup Finals I've ever watched. I almost said washed. But guess what? They're back for revenge. They're playing against the same team. And I think this time they're going to do it. I really hope so because, as you guys know, no Canadian team has won the Stanley Cup since the 1993 Montreal Canadiens. So, yeah, I've already hopped on the friggin' bandwagon. Even the CN Towers will be lighting up in blue and orange in support of the Oilers. So, good luck to you. Good luck to you, Edmonton. And also, the Oilers have 2 former Leafs. But unfortunately, one of them went down with a very bad injury.
You guys go for dinner tonight?
I don't know if I really... Well, I mean, I've had ice cream 2 consecutive days. Lots of sugar. It's not too good for you, so I might just take a break from that. I might still get a coffee. I don't know. This is Beach Avenue, but it's spelled as B-E-E-C-H as opposed to B-E-A-C-H. Let's see if that ice cream is pretty good, though. Right behind me. Again, I may not get it, but there's an opportunity. One thing that's crazy about Game 7 of the Cup Finals last year is because, I was watching it from my hotel room in New York City. And, of course, obviously we were watching on a different different network because their network is ESPN and TNT. And I remember that moment because, it was my first night in New York. When we were at Pearson waiting for our flight, we saw lots of Oilers fans, Panthers fans, or probably heading to Fort Lauderdale. Or who knows? Because it was the day of the big game. And then later, after doing a bit of sightseeing and stuff like that, we got Shake Shack near the Bryant Park. And then we took our food to our hotel room where we just sat down and watched the game. And oh boy, it was so freaking close. So really hope Edmonton can get their revenge. I think this is the year. Okay, I've been on the north side for 10 minutes now, so I'm gonna cross to the other side. There's an independent grocers and a lone dog. She's got some water. And again, the 501 Queen streetcar, which I took yesterday from Roncesvalles all the way to Yonge. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing that again. I could have been, I could have been here at least half an hour, 45 minutes ago if it wasn't for the friggin' subway was shut down last minute. As soon after we departed Castle Frank Station, the train came to a stop and stay, and after 3 minutes we continued our way, but the operator said no service between Broadview and Whitby because of an unauthorized person at track level. So that meaning the train would have to go out of service at Broadview, go into the storage track, and then head back west. And since the shuttle buses are a friggin' pain in the ass, you don't want to be waiting in the damn heat for one. I took the 87. It was right there. And as you guys know, the 87 becomes the 64 at Main Street. So it was a no-brainer. It wasn't a problem for me. Yes, it did take a lot longer because I was on a bus. So, but hey, at least I got 2 videos out of it. As we're now on the south side of Queen. All right, Neville Park Road. I'll make a right. But I also want to show you guys the R.C. Harris facility. And I remember when my dad and we both drove down there. I can't remember when, but it might have been like elementary or middle school. I want to say 2017. Thank God for the cool breeze. I mean, we are near the water, so it's really giving off. The Belgian chocolate shop. Oh yeah, we're actually almost there. It's another commercial stretch just 11 minutes away from here called Upper Beach. R.C. Harris treatment plant, 3 minutes. Well, judging by my surroundings, there isn't a Tim's or a Starbucks, so I'm gonna have to wait for a bit until I come across one. In fact, I don't even know where the nearest one is. A lot of these streets, as you can see, they go uphill. So in the winter, it's a big struggle for those that drive or have to walk. I don't really have to go on Neville Park. There's another. I think it's Nursewood. Let's see. I think Nursewood. Okay, this is a better thumbnail here. This is Neville Park, but the next one is probably Nursewood. Let me see if I'm right. And then right up ahead is Victoria Park Avenue. And you would be in Scarborough. Here's the streetcar loop. But I'd have to be over there to catch the streetcar. Yep, I was right. I believe this treatment plant opened in 1913. I might be wrong, but I know it's been around for over a century. And this is important as it filters our water from the lake. Essentially, this is where we get our water from. I remember being part of that group. Well, there's kids here. I'm not comfortable going where there's people. Oh, this is the site here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've been a part of that. Sounds like a lot of fun. You know, since we've been going for 15 minutes, you know, I'm going to continue on and find a way down to the lake. Okay, now that I'm out of the way here, I'll give you a little peek inside. I'm probably being watched. Yeah, look at that. I can't really see, but there's pictures online of the site. And we'll head down here. This is a historical landmark in the city. And getting more of that cool breeze, that's pretty good. Oh, let's see if we can get one here. As long as nobody's in there. Oh, wow, look at that. Looks like there's a very old control panel in there. That's neat. I know this site was open a week and a half ago for doors open. I could have just went there. Wow. Okay. Let's go down this steep hill. And we will go over there. And I'll show you guys the lake. Other than those three people, I'm the only one here. It's been years since I've been here. At least I'm going down. Sorry guys, I just paused the recording by accident. I guess me going down the steps is probably kind of boring. Anyway, as I was saying, I don't like sand, especially that this is a brand new pair of shoes, so. Oh yeah, right here. Well, it's hazy. That's because of the wildfire smoke coming from the northwest, mostly in Manitoba and Saskatchewan and a little bit of northern Ontario. So, but unfortunately, you know, it's had a bad impact 2 years ago with the air quality. This wasn't even that good, and it could be worse. Because look how much has burned over the past few days. The good part is right now it's nice and cool here. And how fitting it is to come down here on a scorching hot day. Yes, the view is hazy, but I still like it. And this beach is not that busy at all. It's really not like Woodbine. I see people of all ages having a picnic or just going to the water. I don't think you're allowed to go in the water here. But I personally think this is still a very, very freaking awesome view. And look at that over there. What is that? Wow. Is that thing moving? What the hell is that? Oh yeah, it is moving. There's an excavator on it. Looks like a flatbed. Oh, and now there's mosquitoes here, so I'm gonna walk away. Anyway, I'm gonna do a little bit more exploring off camera, see what else I could find. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Go Oilers, I guess. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. As always, stay tuned for more videos. Check out my average as well. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Stay cool. Put on lots of sunscreen. Drink lots of water or coffee or whatever. And yeah. Peace out. Bye-bye.